अपडेट टू अपग्रेड के प्लेटफॉर्म में स्वागत करती हूँ। तो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं इस धुआंधार शाम की, जहां आज टॉपिक भी बहुत दमदार है और स्पीकर और फैसिलिटेटर भी उतना ही दमदार है। जो दीप जलाए अंधेरों में वो रोशनी बन जाता है। गौर फरमाने वाली बात है। जो दीप जलाए अंधेरों में वो रोशनी बन जाता है। हर दिल में जो उम्मीद जगाए वही मनीष कहलाता है। अभिभावकों की मुस्कान में जो खोजे जीवन का सार, अभिभावकों की मुस्कान में जो खोजे जीवन का सार, वो शिक्षक भी है, पथ प्रदर्शक भी है और एक जीवनदर्शी अवतार भी है। एक मुस्कान से शुरू हुआ सफर अब लाखों दिलों में है उसका असर। मनीष जी का ये रिपल इफेक्ट हर रिश्ते में नया सवेरा भर रहा है। विज्ञान की गहराई हो, अध्यात्म की ऊंचाई हो, मनीष जी की सोच ने हर जीवन को एक सच्ची राह दिखाई है। जो बनाए राह और राहों पर चलने वालों को मनीष जी जैसे प्रेरक सैकड़ों में नहीं, करोड़ों में पाए जाते हैं। दीप की नींव रख जो परिवारों को जोड़ता है, हर मुस्कान में उनका ही दर्शन झलकता है। जो जो बच्चों की दुनिया को एक सुहावना मोड़ देने के लिए हर अभिभावक से, हर एडुकेटर से, हर टीचर से गुफ्तगू करता है, वही मनीष है। मनीष जी के बारे में मैं जितना बोलती जाऊंगी उतना ही कम है। तो उनके शब्दों में अब उनके बारे में जानते हैं। ये मेरे शब्द थे। Manish ji is a seasoned entrepreneur and an accomplished parenting coach with over 25 years of experience in the service industry. We can applaud. Yes, we are very blessed to have him as our mentor. In last 7 years, he has mentored more than 5 EdTech startups, and almost all of them are profitable now with a clear growth trajectory. His expertise in collaboration of digital assets across different brands helped him grooming these startups. He works in the domain of parenting and personal growth by connecting science and spirituality. His methods and techniques have evolved during a decade-long journey of serving more than 35,000 parents and enabling over 35,000 teachers. These numbers enriched his modules with varied experiences and positioned him as one of the lead parenting coaches of recent times. To multiply the impact of his discoveries, he envisaged an association of parenting coaches, DEEP. In DEEP, he is instrumental in developing a team of professional parenting coaches. This association now has 2,652 parenting coaches across 16 countries, using his methods and modules to establish a meaningful child-parent relationship. His belief in ripple effect on goodness is now turning into a campaign, 5 million parenting smiles. वो एक प्लेटफॉर्म के जन्मदाता नहीं है। ही इज फाउंडर ऑफ डीप पेरेंटिंग, ये हम सब जानते हैं। फाउंडर ऑफ द ट्रेनर्स कैंप, ये हम में से अब बहुत लोग जानते हैं। जो नहीं जानते हैं वो आज के बाद जान जाएंगे। एंड ही इज ऑल्सो द फाउंडर ऑफ कैरियर लीड। सो आई वेलकम मनीष जी एंड आई एम ब्लेस्ड एंड ऑनर्ड to welcome my mentor, my coach in this parenting journey. The platform is all yours.
Thank you, Nidhi. Thanks a ton. I was not expecting this great introduction. Thank you. Thanks for this creativity. Right? I can expect it at least from a creative parenting coach. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And welcome everyone in this discussion over A to A, adversity to advantage, O to O, obstacles to opportunities. That's my topic today. And it will be an amazing discussion, that I assure you. But I can only call it discussion if you all will participate in the discussion, because a lot of viewpoints I will be seeking from you. I believe when we are working in the field of human behaviors, psychology, it's all game of perspectives. And you all have your own experiences as parents, as professionals, as mothers, fathers. I would really appreciate if you contribute in the discussion, and we all can learn a lot from this program. I have a hack for that. Do you want to know that hack? Just write down yes if you want to know how you can double your learning today in this program. I'm grateful that you opted to be here. You already decided to learn by being here in this program. You already committed your 90 minutes to learning. Now, if you really want to double it, the hack which I have is that keep your video on. If you keep your video on, you will remain mindful about your presence in the program. You will be able to participate more. And the more you participate, the more you learn. That's the equation. When you participate more in the program, you double your learning. And your participation will be obvious the moment you will keep your video on. Since you already decided to learn, why not to double it? Now that's the decision. And I would love to see all of you on screen. I know it's a time which is very important time. We kept it at 8 o'clock. Kids will be reaching out to you. You have dinner time. But since I know you already opted to be here, then why not to make it double? Many, if you're driving, it's okay. But those who can open up, right? It will be your giving back to me if you keep your video on. I'll be grateful, humble if you keep your videos on. Thank you. Thanks a ton. I can see these lovely faces. As I told you, the topic today is the adversity advantage. And you will see me along with a presentation on screen. And the moment you see that presentation on screen, give me a thumbs up. I hope it is visible now. Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks a ton. The topic is the adversity advantage, turning obstacles into opportunities. Now, before I move on, I want you to see around you. Just look around you as a professional, as a parent, as a human being, as a social animal. Just look around you, just in a broad way, in a macro way, and check and respond. I want you to think aloud and respond in the chat box. When we see around us, do you see things predictable or uncertain? You can write in the chat box, P or U, what do you think? When you see around the society, the system, the things happening around us, is it predictable or uncertain? Your responses, both, but mostly uncertain. When you see around you, you see things much organized or chaotic. In and around you, in this society, things are getting chaotic or organized as we are going ahead, as we are growing, as we are moving ahead. Most of us, we have view that we have seen things going chaotic. Things are getting faster or slower. F or S. When you see around you, you see things moving faster, slower. Faster. You see things getting easier or complex, tougher. Complex. Thank you. Tough. Simpler or complex? As we are going ahead, as the time is changing, it is getting more demanding or less demanding from us or from life? Thank you. Thanks a ton for these responses. Most of us know that there are a lot of things which are beyond our control, which are getting uncertain, unpredictable. Most of the things which are away from us getting chaotic, faster, tougher, complex, less demanding. And if you broadly see, the word is getting VUCA. The world around us is getting volatile. The world around us is uncertain. The world around us is getting complex. And the world around us is unclear. There's a lot of ambiguity around us. We are living in that VUCA world. I'm sure you must have said this. You must have heard it so many times. The word is getting tougher and complex. Word is getting tough. We keep saying this, yes or no? Based on our experiences, we say this. The recent experience, what we had as a country, there was fear. Yes or no? There was fear, there was uncertainty. Things were not in our control. It was beyond our control. And we keep saying this to our kids also. The word is getting tough. The word is getting complex. When the world we are living in is getting VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, unclear, the next question comes, are we ready for it? Because so far, if we see globally, I'm not talking about our country, if you go global, for the first time in the recorded history, fear, stress, and unhappiness simultaneously are at all-time highs. Even when you joined this program, do you think while joining the program, we all were in the same state, the calm state? Big or small, maybe even today, if you just look back, reflect back on your today's experience, you must have faced some uncertainties. There has been volatility of emotions at your end. You had a moment when you were not in the right frame of mind, yes or no? Things which were out of control. Big or small, that's totally different. Yes or no? I'm not saying these all volatilities, all complexities are out of our control. Few are in control. Few we control. Few we are unable to control. We behave differently in different environment. So in that era, when things are getting so complex, right? I just want to know from you, and your quick response will be really a great help. What type of challenges and adversities we are facing nowadays in our personal and professional life, which are bothering us? Wonderful, Neelam. Really appreciate. Balance. We are unable to balance competition, job stress, individualism. Wonderful, Amit. Balance. Good. Quickly. Professionally and personally, which all uncertainties like war, violence, digital well-being, stress, hypocrisy, too much of competition. Wonderful. Good. Appreciate. Competitiveness. If we see around us, there are a lot of challenges reported by people. Now you are reporting, but if I come up with researches which highlights that what type of challenges and adversities people are facing today, it's workload, getting all done. There is a pressure of getting everything done. And it's not only coming from outside, it is an internal pressure also. Yes or no? Getting people to perform. If you are manager, leader, big time stress you have. It's an adversity to get things done from people because not everyone is equally great. AI versus human, somebody highlighted. Absolutely. Time management, stress is increasing. Managing stress is also becoming an adversity. Lack of income potential. Yes or no? Things are getting expensive. We have big aspirations. We expect high lifestyle. So somewhere we feel that also. Lack of agility, health and energy. In this time, when things are not much in control when it comes to production happening around us, adulteration and all, health, mental health and physical health is also becoming an adversity. Feeling out of control, conflicting relationships, multiple competing priorities, no time to think and reflect inside, overstretched, feeling disengaged, and many more, which leads to more low morale. And these type of adversities, challenges, which even you highlighted, we can sum up in these ways. If these challenges, adversities are around us, how do we respond to these adversities? If you check around you when people face these adversities, what type of behaviors, responses, or reactions they come up with? There are three type of people around you or maybe within you. If you see around in this mountain called life, we all know the life which is getting uncertain, volatile, complex, adverse, ambiguity is there. In this mountain called life, there are few people, those who are climbers. They keep climbing. Things are getting tough for them, but they keep climbing. Many a time they fail, they fell down, they again come back and they keep climbing because their nature is to climb back, resilient. It's not that they don't face adversities. They do face adversities. Adversities hit them hard, but they are again ready to deal with that adversity. What we call them? Climbers. I'm sure you must have seen so many climbers around you. Can you name few? If you can highlight some social personalities, celebrities, or anyone you know to whom you have seen climbing, the one who has been hit hard by the adversities, but still they opted to climb. Do you think every wonderful Shiv Kheda, somebody highlighted, Amitabh Bachchan, Hina Khan, wonderful, superb, Sandeep Maheshwari, Arunama Sinha, wonderful, true that, Narendra Modi. And even around you, believe me, there are a lot of, in your family, there may be climbers. They may have faced big or small issues. Maybe there is a climber inside you. If you look back, you must have faced a lot of challenges. Right? Your family, yes, true that. Your parents, they may have faced a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, big or small, but they chosen to climb again and again. They were not tired. They haven't moved out of those complexities. They just faced those complexities, lived with those complexities. Climbers, we call them climbers, those who choose to climb. And there are some, those who are campers. When they are faced with adversities, they do cope up with that, they do deal with it, but they try to camp at a place where they can escape from adversity, a safe place. They choose a safe place. They live with the adversity, but by choosing a place where adversity can't see them. Campers, we call them. They climb in life, and when they find a place which is calm, comfortable, where there is social security, where there is physical safety, now they will camp on that place for long. We call them campers. They don't feel like climbing again and again. And they will only climb again when there will be earthquake, bigger adversity on their camp place. When there will be some adversity over here on their camp place, then they will again climb high or somewhere find another place to hide where they will be safe. That's how they do. It's not that they surpass adversities and they go just ahead and they harness adversities. They just try to cope up with that, try to be safe. We call them campers. And there is another category of people, whenever adversity comes, they move out, they quit. And the sad part is, it's not me who's saying, you must have experienced, even researchers are highlighting that the count of quitters is increasing. These Gen Zs, even millennials, if we compare it with different generations, every generation, new generation, the proportion of quitters is increasing. Is it a good sign for society? The moment they face a problem in their relationship, at their workplace, the moment there's a stress, they just quit, they move out. They walk out of relationships, they walk out of jobs, they walk out of businesses, they open up a startup, there is a tough state, they move out. Yes or no? And it may be a pattern which they have got from young age, possible. It's not that it's something new when they faced with the adversities. Maybe it's a pattern which they got it from young age. I see a lot of parents are there over here. Can you tell me as a leader or as a parent, what are those ways which you are doing knowingly, unknowingly to nurture this climbing behavior of your child? Can you highlight? You have an opportunity to unmute also. Raise your hand.
May I, sir?
What you are doing to encourage climbing behavior in your child, knowingly or unknowingly, anything.
May I?
Letting them fail. Wonderful. Good, Dolly. Really appreciate. Encouraging them regularly. Yes. Yes,
Bye.
Manolsa.
Namaskar, Manish ji. I
Namaskar.
actually try to support in his endeavors. Like, for example, he wanted to do a project on his own and getting to facilitate his journey, not giving the answers directly, even though I knew it.
Facilitation you're doing. Wonderful.
Yes, that got him to wherever he had, and also discussion after that to reflect, to help him think about it.
Wonderful.
So think systems and processes.
You are making your child think and decide at their own.
His decision. And knowing that, okay, the consequences will come. It's okay. I'm there to support you.
Wonderful, really. Thank you, Mona Lisa. Really appreciate. Thank you, Khushbu. Yes. Khushbu.
I'll say being a role model by myself.
Being a role model. You reflect that high adversity behavior, like management behavior. Wonderful, good. You reflect climbing attributes to your child that I'm ready to climb back. That's very important, Khushbu. Really appreciate. Rajnandni.
Good evening, sir. By telling them quitting is not an option, because in every field you will fall down. When the graph goes up, it has to come down. That is the law of nature.
Wonderful, wonderful. So can I say, instead only telling, we shall keep reinforcing this fact in their mind? Maybe telling them once or twice may not do that work, but if you keep reinforcing it again and again, that quitting is not the option. We have to face the situation. So really appreciate.
Exactly, sir.
Good. Yes, Crafter's Quest. Nidhi.
मैं जैसे अपने बच्चों को बड़ा कर रही हूँ, मैं उनको प्लेटफॉर्म्स भी देती हूँ, एक्सपेरिमेंट करने का स्कोप भी देती हूँ, गिरने का स्कोप भी देती हूँ, पर ये हमेशा उनको बताती हूँ कि हर बैटल लड़ने के लिए नहीं होती है, कभी हमें चूज भी करना पड़ता है, और सेल्फ टॉक करना, कॉन्शियसली डिसीजन लेना भी उतना ही जरूरी है.
Wonderful. So you are making your child reflect inside to check, right, whether this battle is worth fighting. Right? Wonderful. Good. Really appreciate. Yes, Manvi. I'll be taking 1-2 more views, then we'll move ahead. Yes, Manvi.
Sir, I try to appreciate them and celebrate their progress and their effort rather than whether they've achieved the target or not.
Wonderful. Praise the progress. That's very important. That it's not about only achieving end results. Keep praising the progress. They will be in the move. They will not quit. They will be in the game. Good. Really appreciate, Manvi.
So I tell them, just see where you started from and see the delta. It's a positive delta, which means you have gone forward.
Wonderful.
We'll try harder the next time.
Really appreciate. Good. Yes, Jyoti.
Yes, sir. So recently my son lost a football match. He was very disappointed. So what I told him that you are a champion for Mama because you have given 100% to the event. And failure is an event, not a person. So this is how I, talk to him and boost up his morale.
Wonderful. So you try to differentiate between the situation and the being. Yeah. The being is capable. Situation may not be advantageous, favorable. Good. Really appreciate. Yes, Preeti.
Sir, I tell my children every time that failure is a lesson. If you fail, you learn. And they have failed many times. They have won many times. And I always try to motivate them. Even if they are failing, I appreciate them for playing that game at that moment with their best shots.
Wonderful. Really appreciate. Understanding and acceptance is also supporting them to deal with adversities. No critical analysis, no comparison. But my next question to all of you, and others can respond now, those who haven't got opportunity earlier. What do you think? What role does adversity play in anyone's life?
Sir, adversity plays a vital role.
One by one. I would really appreciate if you if you raise your hand. I'll invite you because we are 116 right now in the meeting. Right? Yes, Oli.
Sir, maybe it gives us newer dimensions to identify ourselves and know if we are capable of
Wonderful.
doing something new.
Wonderful. Good. You may see that your new dimension, your new face while dealing with adversities. Wonderful. Good. Yes, Deepa.
Yeah, adversities act as a stepping stone. For example, my kid got admitted into a new school in grade 4 where he was not allowed to take part in a swimming camp because of his erratic behavior. Okay, there was a lot of apprehension and like lot of lack of discipline. So we had to manage both school and the kid. So we set his boundaries. We told that there is a security issue, you have to be in discipline, and for 1 year you practice this discipline. And in the 5th grade, teachers only asked him कि आप आइए और swimming classes join करिए. So
Wonderful.
that was a adversity situation.
Adversity, of course, for a child, it could be even a small situation. For an adult, it could be small, but for a child, it's big adversities. For them, you rightly pointed out, even getting in preschool, right, which you refer as separation anxiety, right, getting accustomed with the new environment, with new people, right, in school, it's also an adversity for them. Good point. Really appreciate. Yes, Shoma. Shoma, your voice is not audible, cracking.
Am I audible?
Not exactly.
Hello.
You can switch off your video, maybe internet bandwidth issue. Yes, Vandana. Quick response.
Yes, sir. During the time of adversity, we generally become more stronger because we leave our comfort zone.
Wonderful, true. And most of the responses which I got in this chat box, it is highlighting that adversity gives us an opportunity to raise the bar. And Shoma has highlighted Avsad mein Afsar. That's what she was saying. Okay, when there is an obstacle, we get an opportunity in that obstacle. Yes, Gloria, quick response.
Sir, adversity even builds a resilience to bounce back. And one more thing, that it even grounds us. We become very grateful in moments of adversity and see a better world in those days.
Absolutely. One of my friend, he's into motivational speaking. He usually say that आपके हीरो बनने के लिए, right, किसी लड़ाई का होना बहुत जरूरी है. वो एग्जांपल देता है कि पहले मूवीज में, पुरानी मूवीज में गरीबी से लड़ाई हो रही थी बाहर, तो वो दिखाते थे कि हीरो इज फाइटिंग विद गरीबी, राइट, देन माफियाज, एंड नाउ एलियंस. कुछ तो चाहिए लड़ने के लिए, तभी हीरो बनेगा. दैट्स एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, राइट? So true that it gives you an opportunity to raise your bar, to become a hero in the process. Thank you. But if you see them, I really appreciate, because I'm dealing with professionals and best of positive minds. That is why you highlighted most of the positive things. But if you see, impact of adversity can be both ways. It will deplete the performance or it will enhance the performance. It will become an opportunity. It will become a threat to someone, which we actually experience. Yes or no? That's a fact. Right? That's a fact. There are many, those who are dealing. When you say it's an opportunity, only there are few those who are harnessing that opportunity, that change, that adversity. Most of them struggle. They quit. That's what we are experiencing today among young professionals. Right? And these patterns of responses have a radical impact on our life chemistry. It's a pattern, the way you respond. You are a climber, you're a quitter, you're a camper. It's a pattern which you have. A pattern maybe which is inborn with you, pattern which got built with your experience in life, your traumas, your parenting, your environment which you have got, a pattern which brings your set of traits, right? rightly pointed out by Divakar, when COVID came, we have seen all these three behaviors. Climbers also, quitters also, and campers also. I've seen some people, those who came out, started helping people. They didn't have a fear. Rather, they found ways. Okay, without fear, how they can help others. And there were few, those who were running away. Running away because they were in the impact of fears, right? And there were few, those who were absolutely negative quitters. Someone was trying to camp, somebody was quitting out of it, and somebody harnessed that particular adversity, that particular change. Some facts which are very important. The brain has a natural bias towards adversity. It is with everyone, whether you are a climber, whether you're a quitter, whether you're a camper, whenever there will be an adversity, there will be negativity. Once it will hit you, and then your mindset, your pattern of being climber, camper, or quitter will decide how you're going to deal with that negativity. But for sure, once the moment there will be adversity, it will hit you. How you deal with that's your pattern. And we respond to adversity in a very hardwired patterns, which we already have, and it is from our youth. Parenting played a very important role in this, the kind of environment we have got. And these patterns, if unchecked, remain consistent over lifetime. If we realize about our subconscious patterns, consciously we can change it. That's what we are going to discuss today. That's the later part of the discussion. So far, I'm establishing that that's the truth which we are living with, that we have patterns and we keep behaving, right, as climbers, quitters, and campers. And if anyone is a quitter or a camper, it's a pattern. If unchecked, it will remain consistent over lifetime. There are people, those who have changed. They moved from camper to climber, quitter to camper. The change is possible. And what is the way to change? That we will be discussing. And that's where this beautiful concept comes in light, which we refer as adversity quotient. How many of you heard of it? Quickly write down yes in the chat box if you heard of adversity quotient. And I request you to remain conscious about your mute button. I know you conduct these programs. You are not only a participant in the program, you deliver these programs also. So many of you have heard this concept, adversity quotient, and those who haven't heard, I want to tell you the way you know about IQ, EQ, same way, adversity quotient is one of the concepts suggested by Dr. Paul Stoltz in 1997. And he highlights the science of measuring and strengthening human resilience is AQ, how people respond to life's challenges, opportunities, and adversities. This is what their adversity quotient is. And what he says, your response to adversity determines your future, not the adversity itself. Your response to adversity determines your future, not the adversity itself. If you are high on adversity quotient, people those who are high on adversity quotient, people those who are climbers, they predict performance. High adversity quotient predict performance. High adversity quotient predicts health, mental and physical health. People with high adversity quotient will be happy. People with high adversity quotient will have longevity of life. And people with high adversity quotient will be able to bring innovation. We all say need is a mother of innovation and invention. And that need comes in the package of adversity. Whenever any need came, it came in the package of adversity, pain, right? Chunoti. Divakar is saying, Chunoti hi chunav karwati hai. Right? And Chunoti this adversity is the mother of innovation. So people with high adversity quotient will be able to bring innovation, hope they can bring. It can bring agility. It can bring problem solving. They'll be able to solve the problem. They will just not live with the problem. And that's where this adversity advantage, this adversity continuum comes in light. Just see this pyramid. If we go by population, the pyramid speaks a lot about it. The people around you, mostly the maximum population is in avoiding state. Whenever there will be an adversity, they will avoid. They will just try to be away from it. They'll quit. And then comes the next level, which is surviving. Surviving is an internal narrative that I will not be able to deal with it, but I will survive with adversity. It is actually a narrative which we run with ourselves. The problem is there. In any ways, I can't do anything, but I have to live with it. This is what we call as surviving mechanism. And then come coping mechanism. Coping is to deal with it. People start dealing with it, not only surviving with it, they try to do something with it. At the same time, they know they can't do much, but they try. They do something, which we refer as coping. So the lesser people are there, those who are in coping. And then comes managing. And this is that state where you will see some professionals around you, those who are in managing state. Whenever change comes, whenever there is an adversity, they accept and they have this internal narrative going on. I can manage it. They don't have a fear of it. They're ready to deal with it. With confidence, they manage that particular adversity. Few people are there. And people actually travel in life from avoiding to surviving, surviving to coping, and coping to managing. But there are few, those who are at top, only few, those who harness that change. Harness. And there is difference between managing and harnessing. Managing is when you know you can manage, you need not to have a fear of it. And harness is the one who is going to play on that adversity. The one who is going to just go beyond the thought. Nobody can think of how they will survive, how they will cope up, how they will manage. They will not cope up, they will not manage, they will just harness it. That's the mindset. Right? Much beyond the strongest climber. Can you think of certain people, those who haven't just managed their problems, those who haven't just controlled it, they haven't just controlled it, they harnessed it. मैनेजमेंट पता क्या है? जैसे घोड़ा अगर बिदक जाए तो जिसने उसे कंट्रोल करके उसके ऊपर बैठ गया, वो क्या है? The one who managed the fourth quadrant. हार्नेस्ड वाला वो है जो घोड़सवारी की रेस जीत जाए और जिसे घोड़े को कंट्रोल नहीं करना आता, वो. Refugees, wonderful. Oprah Winfrey, very good example. Oprah Winfrey is one good example, right? The Paralympians, most of the Paralympians, absolutely right. Wonderful. Really appreciate. Quick, Sheetal Devi, Indian Army for you. Indian Army may be categorizing in managing, but you won't say that. You have to give an example of harnessing. The one who was not in that comfortable state. Losing state mein aake, when they convert it into winning state, that when they have disadvantages and they convert. David Goggins, Kiran Bedi, one good example. Good. Let me give you some examples from your surroundings. If you heard of. Now, this is a very powerful statement by William Arthur. Adversity causes some men to break and some to break records. And when the one who is breaking record, they are actually harnessing the adversity. Not only the one who got broken and later repaired themselves. That's management. The one who break records with that broken self. These are those people, those who harness the change. And I'll give you an example of Arunima Sinha, a national level volleyball player who lost her leg after being thrown from a moving train during a robbery. We all know her story. She just not played the game.
Yes, sir.
She became the world's first female amputee climb Mount Everest. उसने कोई सिर्फ कोई गेम खेल के नहीं दिखाया. She did something which is impossible for the world around. Not for many, for most. most it is impossible. She did that impossible with that broken leg. That's what harnessing adversity is. She said, I decided I would not let adversity define me. I would define the adversity. That's what she said. If you see Milkha Singh, a refuge, the one who lost family during partition, lived in a refugee camps, faced immense trauma. If you've seen the movie, I'm sure you must be knowing the story of this flying Sikh. He channeled his pain into becoming one of India's greatest athletes, world's greatest athletes, a symbol of grit and perseverance in Indian sports. They harnessed their pain, their adversity. If you know about Kalpana Saroj, you know about her? A Dalit, married in 12 years of age, faced a lot of domestic abuse, extreme poverty, escaped from that place, worked in a garment factory, and then become a CEO of Kamani Tubes, right? Turning a failing company into a thriving business. She is actually the original slumdog millionaire. She turned her adversity into her opportunity. She harnessed it. This is the mindset, and this is the achievement. If you know Shubha Chandran, I'm sure you must have seen her in movies. Shubha Chandran, you know her story? She's one of the best dancers in the country. Not only dancer, one of the best dancer. She lost her leg when she was 16 years of age. From 5 years, she was learning to dance. In 16 years of age, she lost her leg to gangrene because of an accident. And later, she became one of the best dancers in the world. Worked in entertainment industry with the same leg. She said, if I can dance again, you can rise too. She hasn't only danced. That's what I'm talking about. It's not only dancing. It's not about only getting back into volleyball game. Rinima Sinha, she rose to Mount Everest. That's what we refer as harnessing the adversity, that mindset, that climbing mindset, right? And how it will come. It's very, very motivating and interesting to listen all this. I can give you ample examples, right? Those who are not into the right state, but they overcome their traumas. They made their traumas and pain their strength. But what exactly they work on? Paul Stoltz has given this beautiful concept called core, the core of AQ. He says, whenever you face an adversity, if you really want to have that mindset, climbing mindset, if you want to move from that camping to climbing mindset, quitter to camping mindset, if you really want to improve within you or within your kids, then focus on this core. The core says, C stands for control, O stands for ownership, R stands for reach, and E stands for endurance. Whenever there will be adversity, check the control. How much control do you perceive you have over the situation? Now, that's very interesting. Perceive. It's not what you have. Maybe in that state, when the adversity comes, we don't have any control. But how much control you perceive you have? Now, perception is in your hand. You can perceive no control and you can perceive absolute control. Yes or no? That's in your hand.
Yes.
The reality is you don't have control. But when the adversity comes, what you perceive, that is your first C, which puts you into control state. Perceive. Right? It says that you have to perceive how much control you have over the situation. High IQ individuals, they can influence outcomes even in tough times. That's what they believe in. And AQ individuals feel helpless and they get overwhelmed when adversity comes. Ownership. Now check, to what extent do you take responsibility for improving the situation? Right? It is you who has to take the responsibility. High AQ people take initiative and accountability, and low AQ people blame. They avoid responsibilities. Reality. How far does the adversity reach into other areas of your life? That's very important. What is the reality of? Not every adversity is that big as you think. There are many which are in your assumptions, which is not close to reality, right? How much it can impact your life, in which all areas. High AQ individuals keep problems contained to one situation, while low AQ individuals, they let that adversity, right, affect their mood, work, and other relationships. Endurance. How long do you believe the adversity will last? That's very important. Now, you don't know actually, but higher AQ individuals, they see adversity as temporary and solvable. And low AQ individuals, they think it is permanent and unchangeable. That's a fear which they carry for long. And the moment you feel that it is temporary and solvable, you start finding out ways to get out of it. The moment you accepted it is permanent, you will stop working. You will stop finding out ways. But the moment you at least perceived that there is possibility, it is temporary and solvable, there is possibility to solve it, your brain will start working on fight mode, finding out the solution. And the moment you believe it is unchangeable and permanent, you stop working on it. You prefer to give up. Flight. Let's ask these questions. These are core questions to be asked to self. First is, and it's step by step. Whenever adversity comes, check. What do you perceive your control is there on that situation? And up to what extent you can take responsibility of it? And does it impact your one area of life or other areas of life? And let it contain to your one area only. And how long do you believe that adversity will last? At least perceive it that it is temporary and solvable. It will impact you less. Right? And there is a tool which will help you to ask these questions and do it properly. That tool is called the lead tool, the lead sequence. The lead stands for listen to your own response. The question which you have asked, listen to that response. Establish accountability. Analyze the evidence and do something. How? I'll give you certain examples. The lead says, listen to the adversity, pay attention to the challenge instead of ignoring or denying it. Running away from the adversity is a sign of low AQ, the sign of quitter, sign of camper. Face it, accept it, explore the origin and ownership, from where it is coming. Let's find it out, from where it is coming. The source. Is it what? From where it is coming? Or who? It could be an individual, it could be a situation from where it is coming. Analyze the evidence, which I just highlighted. Check whether it is real. Sometimes we catastrophizing those problems as if it's going to put everything on halt. It will still my life. People they exaggerate that fear to that big level that they feel like now there is no moving ahead. Do something. Take even small steps. I'll give you 3 cases how this lead can be applied by a child, by a professional, by a household, right, manager. For example, if there is a student who failed an exam, the one who failed an exam, of course, they will be disappointed, pain, yes or no? And it's a recent situation, the one who hasn't expected the result which they got in last 2-3 days, right? Maybe they are disappointed. L stands for, lead me, L stands for, listen to the response, listen to insight, go and accept it. I failed this test. Yeah, it is true I failed this test. Or I got lesser marks. Yes, it is disappointing. Accepting your own emotion, right, is the first step. Accepting the situation. E, explore, reflect. Now reflect back why it happened. I didn't study enough. I own that. What is the origin? Explore. What is the origin of this? Accepting that origin also will help you harness this adversity. I didn't study enough. I own that. Right? A is check up to what extent that adversity will damage you, right? Or has damaged you. Challenge your thoughts. Does that mean I'm stupid? I'm not a good student? This doesn't mean. That's also a fact, because this child has done. Look back to your results in the past and also give this narrative to yourself. Challenge your thoughts. If you're feeling low about your being, that I'm not stupid, I'm I'm not a bad student. I've done it before. I've good grades. And D, act, do something. Look for help also. I'll create a better study plan and I'll ask for a help. I'll look for a tuition class. This is what we can do when we face an adversity, any situation. Accept it, reflect back, find out the source of it, challenge your thoughts, which you're feeling right now when you're disappointed, and act. Do something. Even if it's a small act you do, you will be able to get out of this adversity. There is another fellow who lost his job in a tough time, Raj. So what is L? Acknowledge the situation, right? I lost my job. Definitely it hurts. I'm feeling uncertain. Accept it. Instead, denying or blaming, accept it that I'm feeling uncertain. I'm in fear. I lost my job. Reflect back. Maybe if you look at the origin and source of the problem, maybe the company downsized, which was out of my control. Maybe I haven't upskilled myself and I haven't networked much. That part is mine. This is what we reflect. And then also challenging your inner voice where you feel low about your being after getting out of the job, after failing. Does this mean I'm not good enough? I have 15 years of experience, right? Solid feedback, past success. He separates fact from the fear. And then Raj updates his resumes, sign up for leadership certification course, starts reaching out to connections on LinkedIn. Within weeks, he got multiple interviews. That's how you can deal with those adversities. Adversity is a part of our life. Just that. How we deal with it, that's more important. Ria, a working mother facing a burnout. She is unable to balance. She's getting overwhelmed. That she's cursing herself that I'm unable to manage work and home. She's on a verge of making a decision to move out of the job. What she can do? First is listen, acknowledge. What is that? The reality is she's in that burnout. She is exhausted. She is overwhelmed. She is unable to take care of herself. Things are falling apart. Let's accept it. That's the reality. Then find out the source. The source is she took everything on self. Work, kids, home. She was unable to build those boundaries. She was not asking for help. And she hasn't communicated this burnout with anyone. Maybe with a friend or a spouse, or maybe any coach, any mentor. Maybe with the boss. That is the source, the origin. And she challenges her thoughts. I'm not a bad mom or employee. She has done great work as a mom, as an employee, in both roles. She has managed, balanced it in the past. That's what she has to feel. Look back, check those facts. Right? I have handled tough times before. I can recover. And then look for help. Go back to your manager. Talk with this burnout. Go back to your spouse. Take help. Do something for the self-care and you'll be able to get out of it. This lead will help you. And what is lead? I'll just reflect back on this. Lead is accept. E is explore the origin and ownership. Reflect. A, challenge thoughts. And D, act. Action need to be taken, big or small. Understood? If you understood lead with these help of these 3 examples, just write down yes in the chat box. Quickly. At least I understood.
सर इसमें एक क्वेश्चन है सर.
Yes, Amit.
सर इसमें जैसे अगर कोई सिचुएशन हम लेते हैं तो उसमें पहले तो उसको कन्फ्रंट करना पड़ेगा कि सिचुएशन है क्या, मतलब व्हाट इज दैट प्रॉब्लम, और जिसको हम एडवर्सिटी बोल रहे हैं सर वो बड़ी होगी इसका मतलब. तो फिर आपने जैसे बोला कि सोर्स, तो सोर्स में हमें ये फाइंड आउट करना है कि वो प्रॉब्लम आ कहाँ से रही है, मतलब वो कोई पर्सन है या वो कोई सिचुएशन है, यही है ना सर?
कंट्रोलेबल है, इन्फ्लुएंसेबल है या अनकंट्रोलेबल, अनइन्फ्लुएंसेबल. दैट विल हेल्प यू टू एक्सेप्ट. कई बार हम उन चीजों पे काम करते रहते हैं, दोज हु आर आउट ऑफ आवर कंट्रोल, टू व्हिच वी कांट कंट्रोल एंड इन्फ्लुएंस. एटलीस्ट व्हेन यू रिफ्लेक्ट बैक ऑन द ओरिजिन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम, at least you will be clear whether you can do something in this or you can't do. What is the source? Like in Raj's case, he knew company was downsizing. It was just that he came under those people, those who they found was not that skilled. He was among average, not among the best. So he accepted it. At least he got to know. Right? And
Okay, sir.
we are not going to deny the situation. Rather, first step says accept the situation. Accept your emotion related to situation. When the adversity
Acha,
comes,
sir.
if you have a fear, accept the fear. Accept your disappointment. Don't deny it. That's the first step. Acceptance.
Okay,
And
sir.
then find out from where it is coming. Reflect back on it. And then you challenge your narrative, which is going for you. When you are in a tough time, what is your narrative about yourself? Are you planning to quit? Are you planning to fight back? Right? If you're
Okay.
planning to quit, move out, challenge your thoughts. If you're feeling low about your being, just remind yourself with your achievements in the past in the same area. Right?
Okay, sir.
So that you feel good about your being when you're feeling low about your being. Got it? Had you faced
Okay,
this
sir.
type of problems ever
Yes,
Right.
yes, sir.
in the past and then act?
Okay, sir.
Right? Now, my question to you is, many of you are parents, and I told you it is something which starts in young age. Can you write down in the chat box quick things which you can do to nurture this adversity in kids, nurture this child's adversity quotient from young age? What all things? Though you highlighted earlier also, it could be a reminder, a recap of those things. Quickly. Not shaming, accepting, wonderful. Planning to study. Award them, wonderful. Appreciate them. Praise the progress. Talk to them. Instead of scolding, ask them. Validate their emotions. Help them validate it. Asking questions to navigate. Wonderful. Questioning. Give the task. Let them do things. Brainstorm together. Let them decide. Let them face problems. Wonderful. Set the ground rules. Wonderful. Superb. I'll just recap all these things which you told. Right? Model. First, you model resilient behavior. As a parent, if you become conscious about your patterns, all those struggles which you have in routine, there are a lot of things which are happening uncertain. Right? Even if your car's tire got punctured, it's an uncertainty. How you deal with it in front of your child? Do you get panic? When you got a guest at home and things are not prepared, at that time your conduct in front of your child, that they will imbibe. What they see in you, they imbibe that. Yes or no? बच्चे जो देखते हैं वही सीखते हैं. Model that behavior, resilient behavior. If you really want as a parent that you want to nurture adversity quotient in kids, encourage ownership. Don't be a helicopter parent who will always roam over their head. Allow them to do things at their own. Because when your child is doing things at their own, they feel accomplished. They feel good about the being. Each small act they do at their own, they feel accomplished. You are able to give sense of autonomy to your kids. Right? Allow them to do things at their own. From young age, you can do it. From very young age. Right? Even for a child, opening up a lunch box at their own, eating at their own, if they are toilet trained, from young age. Right? Holding things, reaching out to things, climbing, brachiation, all these things when they do it at their own, when you are not just roaming over their head, not becoming an overprotective parent, you encourage them to own things, own processes. Reframe failures. If there is a failure, reframe it. You rightly pointed out, somebody highlighted, when there is a failure, we talk. We try to learn out of that failure. It's okay. Things were not in shape today. But what all things we can do not to repeat it again? How we can deal with it? So when you reframe failures and to find out meanings and messages out of it, learnings out of it, that will help them to improve their adversity quotient. Let them struggle supportively. Help them. Don't do them. If you see there is something which a child is unable to do, help them. And help is not doing things for them. Help is guiding them. Help is advising them. Help is making it a bit easy for them. If you notice that your child is unable to open up that bottle cap because it is not that easy for child, right? What you can do, you can tell them how to open it up. You can just make it a bit loosen up and then give it to them. Let them open it up. When they open it up at their own, they feel accomplished. Let them struggle, right? You can make it bit easy, but you can't borrow their struggles. You can't do struggle on their behalf. Help them, don't do it for them. And we keep doing things on their behalf and we call it help. If your child is climbing, allow them to climb. Maybe if you have a fear that they're struggling to climb, give them a supportive hand. Tell them where to hold, how to pull yourself up. But if you just hold them and put them there where they want to reach, you've stolen the entire process of climbing from them. When child climb at their own and they reach the top, they feel accomplished. You are gifting them sense of autonomy. Teach problem solving, rather allow them to solve problems. Build emotional literacy. It's very important. The lead ka first step is actually being literate on your emotions, accepting your emotions. If you are feeling disappointed, accept it. If you are in a fear, accept it. That's the lead's first step. Accepting your emotion. Do not deny it. You build emotional literacy from young age. When your child is upset, let them speak out that emotion. It's very important. If your child is able to speak out their emotion, they will be able to accept it. Let them speak it out, right? Whether it is frustration, irritation, fear, threat, even excitement, whatever they're feeling, let them speak it out. This will improve their EQ also. At least it will be the first step to build AQ also, because they will be able to listen to their own emotions, listen to their own being, their response. Praise the progress. Praise the efforts, not only always looking for end results. If they are doing an effort, praise it, praise the progress. Set achievable goals. If you found your child is quitter, then don't give them goals which are far away from them. Bring it near to them, make it predictable, make it achievable. And when you give them achievable goals, help them achieve those goals. And once they achieve it, celebrate it. You are gifting your child sense of success. It's a human nature. Even there is a psychological theory which highlights it. Eric H. Erickson's model, which says that if kids are by capability far away from the adversity, they choose to quit. If you bring goals nearer to them, they will be in the game. Otherwise, they will quit. They choose to quit. If you really want that they shall be in the game, keep dealing with it, they shall gun for the next goal, make it achievable. When they are far away from goals, make it nearer to them. That's how you can nurture adversity quotient in kids. At the end, I just want to tell you, we started with that VUCA word, the VUCA, which makes us fragile. And the same VUCA can make you agile. The only thing is you have to change the definition of VUCA. The volatility has to be converted into vision, objectives. When your vision towards yourself and objectives with yourself are clear, the same volatility turns out to be agility, right? When you are fragile in VUCA, you will be agile if you convert your V wala volatility into vision, uncertainty into understanding your own emotions, your own situation, and complexity into clarity. When you will just look at that situation and try to ask it. If there is a situation, is it a real situation? Look for the evidence, how it is going to impact you. Ask evidence, right? And the same ambiguity will turn out to be your agility. VUCA will beat the VUCA. This VUCA will beat this VUCA, right? And how you can reach to this VUCA? by following lead. It will help you move from avoiding to surviving, surviving to coping, coping to managing, and managing to harnessing. Even if you are at managing state, you shall work on it so that you lead to that top place. And you chosen your life, you chosen your profession. Many of you are in those professions where uncertainties are part of life. All those who opted entrepreneurship among us, solopreneurs, you chosen uncertainties. Ups and downs are part of your life. When there is favorable environment, always ups, 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 everybody is happy. The real character will be checked only when things will be down. Right? There are a lot of professions where there is less of financial adversities. But those who opted entrepreneurship, there are adversities. Right? You chosen your profile. So you have to work on, even if you are great in management, you don't know when you will get an opportunity to harness that change. I want to give you one example. I have seen people harnessing that change when COVID came. COVID came in my industry, in our industry, right? In training industry, I have seen people, those who are great, superb in training. I know them, I count them in among top 100 corporate trainers or trainers in the country. When the change came, they started avoiding the change. And I know those who were not that great in skill, they were not great in training, but they were great in mindset. They took it as an advantage. They very quickly learned this online dynamics. And in COVID times, I know a lot of people, those who earn 50 lakhs, 1 crore per month. और उनके ट्रेनिंग स्किल्स वर नॉट दैट ग्रेट. मेरे को ऐसे कई लोग जानते हैं जिनके ट्रेनिंग स्किल्स उनसे फार बेटर हैं, बट वो लोग अपने स्किल्स का फायदा नहीं ले पाए. व्हाई? बिकॉज ऑफ mindset. They were in that camp zone, in their comfort zone. They camped at a place, and now adversity is there. They're avoiding that adversity. And there were few, those who harnessed it. COVID was a time, there are many, not only in training, in many industry, people harnessed that this change. And there were few, those who were waiting that change to go. And finally, they were thrown to change. Who were they? Quitters and campers. Only climbers were able to harness that change. Yes or no? And at end, for all of you, for yourself and for your kids, I'll close this discussion with one suggestion, right? For parents and for yourself also, as an individual, you have only two options. Either you keep doubting or you have faith. Faith in what? There are two faiths I always suggest people. Gift it to yourself. Gift it to your next generation. Faith in self and faith in that supreme power. Whether you believe in that power or whether you don't believe. Even if you believe in supreme energies, not in any God, you gift it to your kids. Gift it to yourself. If you gifted them faith in self, they believe in themselves and they believe in someone who will help them when they will be in adversity. They will be able to deal with that hope. Otherwise, anyways, we already discussed about it. You are experiencing it. People are just quitting whenever there is something tough. Why? Because they don't have faith in self and they don't have faith in that supreme power. This pattern of quitting is damaging. It is not only damaging resources, it's damaging the most important resource God has made, human being. People are quitting lives. Why? Because either they don't have faith in self or they don't have faith in that supreme power. And somewhere we are failing in this. As a generation of parents, managers, leaders, as a human also for yourself, there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that we will not be facing adversities. Even we don't know when these adversities will come. Right? If we are alive, change and adversity will keep coming in our life. It's constant. It's just that now, what type of mindset you have while dealing with those adversities. If you really want to be a climber, you want that society shall be in that zone, the number shall increase. So what we discussed today, think about it, start working on it, right? I'm grateful you opted to be here, and I'm sure that you got value of your time. If you got value, please take it ahead, share it with the word around, right? This recording you will be getting. Do programs on this. I think we shall talk about it as a moral responsibility, not as a parent coach only. As a manager, leader, any professional, if you are online influencer, talk about it. Somewhere we are missing onto it. We are failing somewhere in raising faith in self and in supreme power. Talk about it, right? The more you will talk about it, few will change, few will improve, right? I think I got an opportunity to talk to some 100, 125 people. When you will start talking to people, you may talk to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people in your lifespan. But I'm sure you will be doing something for them. You will be doing something for this nation. So I'm grateful to this team, Update to Upgrade. Thank you, Nidhi, for inviting me for this discussion. I hope
Thank you,
I did
sir.
justice with the topic. Thank you.
Yes, more than justice. More than justice. Before we end, अभी हम खत्म नहीं करेंगे. जब जिंदगी सवाल बन जाए तो जवाब बनिए. जब राहें बंद मिले तो खुद में एक रास्ता बनिए. क्योंकि हर चुनौती, हर ठोकर आपसे कुछ कहती है. वो छुपा हुआ अवसर है जो बस पहचानने का इंतजार करती है. और मनीष जी ने हमें बखूबी ये याद दिलाया है, विपत्ति बाधा नहीं, ब्रह्मांड का संकेत है कि अब तुम्हें अगले स्तर पर जाना है. क्विटर से कैंपर बनना है और कैंपर से क्लाइंबर बनना है. जो गिरकर उठते हैं वही भविष्य को आकार देते हैं. जो एडवर्सिटी को पहचानते हैं और उसमें एडवांटेज बना लेते हैं, वही जीवन में पायनियर बनते हैं और पेरेंटिंग में एक प्रकाश स्तंभ बनते हैं. Because in life and in parenting, our struggles become our superpowers, and we all are super dads and super moms sitting over here. So let's not run from the storm. Let's rise through it and become the calm force within it and nurture it within our kids. So इस शानदार दमदार सेशन के बाद बहुत सारे सवाल होंगे. So you can raise your hand and मनीष जी हम एक एक करके सबके questions एड्रेस कर सकते हैं.
मोटिवेटिंग सेशन. सर सवाल तो नहीं है, लेकिन एक चीज याद आई कि बी और डी, बर्थ और डेथ के बीच में सी होता है चॉइसेस. तो इट्स अप टू यू कि हम क्या चॉइस लेते हैं. अगर चॉइस आपके बताए हुए रास्ते पे होगी तो डेफिनेटली विल राइज.
Absolutely. So you choose doubt or you choose faith. Absolutely your call.
Right,
Wonderful,
sir.
good. If anyone
Thank
is
you, sir.
having any query, please do ask. Yes, Dolly.
आई हैव अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन सर. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब इंसान प्रॉब्लम में होता है ना, तो उसका मेंटल स्टेट ऐसा होता ही नहीं है कि वो पॉजिटिव चीजों को देख सके या उस सिचुएशन में देख सके. तो प्रोबेबली अगर हम ऐसे लोगों को काउंसिल कर रहे हैं, किसी को हम सपोर्ट देना चाहते हैं, हाउ टू ब्रिंग हिम टू एटलीस्ट टू दैट एट पार सिचुएशन जहां से वो चीजों को बेहतर देख सके. हाउ टू
Wonderful,
ब्रिंग
Dolly.
अप टू दैट.
जो आपने पॉइंट रेज किया है, हमने डिस्कस किया है. It's a natural bias towards adversity. Even climber भी एक बार डरेगा. When you get into a problem, right, you will become negative. And that's where putting things on paper is very important. Asking questions are very important. If you are a coach and you're going to help someone, put it on paper. Write down LEAD. Listen, ask that question to them. Okay, right? What you are sharing, are you able to speak it out? Can you speak it out? Right? Are you ready to accept your state, mental state, fear, right? Or maybe that uncertainty which they're right now having, disappointment, let them accept that. And then check back on it. Okay, what is the source of it? Go with locus of control. If you recall, we discussed, maybe Locus of control is check what is controllable and control the controllable, and check what is influenceable, influence the influenceable. And if something is out of control and influence, let's look for the best which way I can control and influence. Now, this will give them reality. It will bring them close to reality. They will not be in fear. They will be able to evident the situation. Okay, is it just in my idea? Because when fear come, then we overthink. We think हम fear को बहुत बड़ा पहाड़ बना लेते हैं, छोटे से fear को. उसमें your this lead, when you put it on paper, it will help them to reflect inside and to check with the situation also, right? They will listen to your own being, they accept their emotion, they will check the origin of it, and then they will remind them about their good things. You as a coach shall ask them, write down some good achievements of you in the past. लिखवाओ उनसे, right? उसकी achievements वो याद करे. फिर उसे वो जब achievement याद आएंगी, then the feeling which they're having low about themselves, right? Low feeling will turn out to be good feeling. They feel good about the being. When they're in a good feeling, then they're ready to take action. Put them into action. Even if it's a small action, give them an assignment or a task, follow up with that assignment as a coach. You will be able to bring them out of that adversity. Right?
Very true, sir. Thank you so
Put it
much.
on
And I
paper.
like the concept of emotional literacy. I think I'm going to write this in my diary and explore this more. This really brings a lot of insight. Thank you.
First step of lead is actually outcome of emotional literacy, not the other three steps. First, where you accept your emotion. And we can start it from young age. We can do it for ourselves. Whenever you are in anxiety state, write down journaling is helping a lot when you write down your emotion. It is actually your emotional literacy, your emotional quotient, which helps you accept that state. We will definitely work on improving it, but pehle acceptance is one step. Let's accept.
Mostly people look outside, they don't go inside to find out the solution.
And that's where coaches are required. You will do that job.
Right.
If they are unable to do that lead, you will make them do that lead. Follow that step on paper, and you'll be able to help them get out of it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
Amit.
you.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर ऐसी सिचुएशन चल रही है एडवर्सिटी वाली, तो उस केस में कई बार हम अपनी जो प्रोग्रेस होती है या अपनी जो अचीवमेंट होती है, हम उसको भूल जाते हैं. उसको मतलब याद करने का या रिवाइव करने का क्या तरीका है? बिकॉज कई बार ऐसा सिचुएशन होती है कि हमें याद ही नहीं आता कि हम किस चीज में अच्छे हैं, हमने क्या क्या लाइफ में अचीव किया हुआ है. ऑल्दो मैं आई एम गोइंग थ्रू इट एंड बट मैंने उस पर काम भी किया है, तो आई ट्राई टू थिंक अबाउट मेरी अचीवमेंट्स क्या हैं, वो एबिलिटीज क्या हैं मैंने किया, बट वो रेगुलर नहीं रहता सर. तो फिर मैंने कुछ तरीका अपनाया कि मैंने ना कुछ फोटो फ्रेम्स जो हैं उनको बना के लगा दिया, जो मेरे आसपास दिखते
अचीवमेंट्स
रहते
हैं
हैं.
जो आपकी. वंडरफुल.
हाँ, अचीवमेंट्स हैं. तो उससे मुझे एक बेनिफिट हुआ. तो आपके अकॉर्डिंग क्या सजेशन है
वंडरफुल
सर?
है.
और मैंने एक चीज और करी सर, मैं
when
आपको सेल्फ केयर
when
वाली जो चीज है ना, उसको भी आसपास लगाया, बिकॉज ऐसी सिचुएशन में अपना सेल्फ केयर भूल जाते हैं.
अमित जी, जब आप अपने लिए करते हो ना, it is tough to remind yourself, right? Now I have given you this lead to use with the three perspectives: for yourself, for applying it for your kids, right, and applying it as a coach when you will be coaching people, right? Parents, professional life as a life coach, relationship coach, right? Even in those tough relationship also you can remind them about it. So ho sakta hai as an individual you will be struggling to remind it when you are in tough state, but when somebody is there with you, when they are putting it on paper, they will help you remind those situations. उनके क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफिक होंगे कि जब स्कूल में थे तो क्या कोई अचीवमेंट हुई थी, रिसेंट टाइम में क्या ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन छोटी मोटी आई जिसको आपने डील किया. दे विल हेल्प यू रिमाइंड. At that time, if you are unable to do it, seek help. There are people, professionals who will help you. Right?
ओके सर.
और जो आपने किया, इट्स अ गुड अप्रोच. अपने लिए बड़ी अच्छी है कि जैसे आप अपने गोल्स को सामने लिख के लगाते हो, ऐसी सिचुएशंस में जहां आपको डर ज्यादा लगता हो या एडवर्सिटी ज्यादा हो, अपनी अचीवमेंट्स को भी सामने लगा के रखो. इट विल रिमाइंड यू दैट यू हैव डन अ लॉट इन द पास्ट. राइट?
हाँ सर.
फील गुड फैक्टर.
सर इसमें एक चीज पूछा था, इसमें आपकी नजर में कौन है सर, एनीबडी हु इज इनटू दिस कोचिंग सर, एनीबडी हु इज इनटू रिलेशनशिप आल्सो एंड देन इनटू एडवर्सिटी को डील
वो
करने
ग्रुप
की?
में डाल देंगे, मेरे से क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ आपका, वो ग्रुप में डाल देंगे. इफ एनीवन इज द रिलेशनशिप कोच, पुट इट इन द ग्रुप. अमित विल नीड्स हेल्प इन दैट वे. यस मिनी.
ओके सर.
गुड इवनिंग सर. गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल.
यस यस.
सर एक छोटा सा था, आई डोंट नो हाउ रिलेटेबल इज दिस टू एडवर्सिटी, but like our own child, my elder daughter who's 26 now, she's working as a junior doctor in a hospital of late I've observed, I mean, past couple of years, she likes to avoid, जैसे हम बोलते हैं, ड्यूटी करके आती है या कभी आती है या socializing, चलो हमारे साथ चलो, she's avoiding that, कि avoid कर रही है कि तो वो मुझे थोड़ा सा, I mean, I don't know if you can guide.
See, in this case, Mini, first you need to know from where this avoidance is coming. Is it a fear or is it a choice? Right? In a situation, maybe she hasn't found those people good. That is why she chosen. It could be a wise decision. If it's a fear, definitely it shall be addressed. Maybe somebody is bullying her over there in that situation. And she's just avoiding social situation with those people because of this. So if that is the situation, then you can definitely apply lead on it. Let them first accept that the presence of few people is giving me fear. Right?
Sorry, sir, I lost you beach mein. The connection was.
I said,
we are traveling.
If your child is avoiding any social presence, social parties, first try to look out the reason. Let's ask this question. Let her speak out. What is that one thing which is stopping her to go? Is it her fear or is it her choice because of certain reasons? Maybe she will be telling you better. Right? So, agar ye fear hai, then we will be applying lead on this. LEAD. Right. Fear of bullying or fear of any other fear she has, the child may tell. So first make them accept that fear. Second is let them know the source of that fear. Can they do something with that source? If yes, right, then they must work on it. Third is, had it ever happened in the past that like where she was social, she was going, make her remind about that situation. She had a lot of friends. She enjoyed those friendships, right? Make her remind that you are a good, great being. You're a social being. If she started accepting somehow, sometimes teenagers get this foul confusion in that zone. She start feeling like I'm not a social being. I'm actually not. I'm not comfortable.
She's 26 and it's not about friends. She's a very social person. It's some few relatives. I think it would be more of choice. कई बार थकी होती है, but कई बार उन्हें लगता है 5 मिनट रुक जाओ, मिलके चले जाओ, कोई आ रहा है, कोई बात नहीं. But she's
then
like,
it's not an adversity, Namini. You are talking about a behavior which she is displaying. We can definitely talk about improving that behavior. Adversity, पहले check तो करो adversity है भी नहीं. तभी हम will be applying this lead.
Anji. I told you this might not be relatable to adversity.
It may not be an adversity for her, but if it is adversity, if there is a fear, for example, grown-ups also have fear of some people in relatives, right, or friends. Could be possible. Let's talk about it. कोशिश तो की जाए कि let's speak that emotion out, right? Ask us that question. Let her come up with that fear. If it's not fear, not needed to apply lead. If it's a fear, let's apply lead. Right?
ठीक है sir.
Yes, Gloria.
ठीक है. Thank you so much.
Good evening, sir, and thank you for the wonderful session. I think it was much needed. So, मेरा question ये है कि a lot of times we take calculated risk, right? And definitely adversity आता है तो opportunity आता है, but sometimes it's good to keep plan B, but at the same time डर ये रहता है कि sometimes we become very comfortable with plan B or we go in that comfort zone. So how to identify when we are going in comfort zone or what are the limitations? What should be the limitation even if we are keeping a plan B?
And that's what we refer as a pattern, which you may not be aware of. When I say the response is a pattern, right? If you are a camper, it's okay. There is no problem. You may be okay with that. I choose. This is my personality, that I choose to be in peace. I choose to be in comfort. I don't want to fight. But if adversity is hitting you hard, then you have to find out your peace. You have to work. You have to improve, right? There are many people, when we talk about personality profiling, those who are peace seeker, sometimes they feel bad about themselves. Why? Because they face adversities and they keep compromising throughout the life, right? When they keep compromising, they feel bad about themselves. So we need to improve this state. At least if you are not going to be a climber, at least move from a camp place, change your camp place, go to another camp, climb again, right? कुछ तो करें so that they improve. तो उस केस में, if they are unable to identify, take help. If you are struggling, you don't know you are a camper, but adversity is bothering you. Speak that emotion out. Speak that this outcome of that adversity in your emotions. Is it giving you fear, botheration, right? Financially hitting you on relationship. If you take a first step, then only you will find a way to go ahead, move from that place to another place. Otherwise,
Yes,
take
sir.
help. People can help you in this. Coaches can help you. Mentors can help you. But choosing to suffer is not a solution. Right? Take help.
Thank you, sir. That answers my question.
Yes, Nadeem.
सर अगर कैंपर से क्लाइंबर में जाना है और वो माइंडसेट है क्लाइंबर का, बट वो इन बिटवीन हो रहा है और उसको फ्रस्ट्रेशन भी आ रहा है कि मैं वहां नहीं जा पा रहा हूँ, तो कैसे, मतलब यू कैन से इट्स अ प्रोकास्टिनेशन और मे बी कल करेंगे समथिंग लाइक दैट, तो वो कल कभी आता नहीं है और वो दिमाग में वो रहता है ये करना है, तो हाउ टू डू दैट?
Adults, जो प्रोकास्टिनेशन आप बता रहे हो, इट इज वेरी मच हाई in campers, because they choose to remain in comfort zone. With the moment process pressure will come, then they get into action. So what you can do, you can design a process pressure for you. I tell campers, have an accountability partner, be in the community of growth mindset people, so that you shall not get into comfortable mindset or fixed mindset. If you are in a community where most of the people are growth mindset, you automatically have a pressure of moving out of your comfort zone. Have an accountability partner, right? If any camper has started a business, then they definitely need a partner, because they alone will not be able to drag themselves out of the comfort zone, even if they wish to. What Nadeem has highlighted is a very important point. They want to climb, they couldn't climb because it is a pattern which is their subconscious pattern. It's out of their control. And how they can control? By being conscious. So you can change your action to change your subconscious pattern. What is the action? Have an accountability partner, have achievable goals, celebrate those achievements, announce your goals to the world around, create a pressure on you, make timetables, get reviews done by people. Have a coach, the one who will be doing your review. I call it ARM strategy to be applied on camper. If you are dealing with a camper as a parent, so use a ARM approach on them. ARM. Somebody shall write in the chat box. ARM. A stands for asking. Ask more from them. अपने ऊपर apply करना है, तो keep asking more from yourself. You will keep doing more. This asking will create a process pressure on them. Ask more. Review more. आप में से अगर कोई improve करना चाहता है, तो appoint someone to review your work frequently. If somebody is there to review your work frequently, you will always have a pressure to improve your action. If you are a parent, review your child's work frequently. They will improve quicker. And M stands for monitor. अब आप अपने आप को तो monitor कर नहीं सकते, तो you can appoint someone to monitor you. Or if you want to improve your child, who is camper, to improve on their pace of work, they shall fight, they shall move towards climbing, then monitor them. Asking, reviewing, monitoring will drag you out of your comfort zone. You will be doing more. So you can't do it for yourself. Appoint someone. Coaches can do, mentors can do, accountability partner can do, your spouse can do, your business partner can do, even your community can do. Jesse, when we had that drive of vision to victory, many of you had already decided that you are not going to make reels and never made reels. But the moment you had a pressure, there is a task every day, entire community is doing, you went into a flow, and many of you made, there are many those who have made more than 100 reels in last 3 months. Right? What made you do so? You were in your comfort zone. Who dragged you out of comfort zone? The community. The accountability partners, those who were there with you. Those who were asking in the group. How many of you did your task? Yes or no? System. So be part of that system. Be in the company of growth mindset people. They will help you move out of your camping state. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
All set?
Any more questions? Thank you, Manish ji. Thank you, Kushbu, for giving me the chance. And before we leave, वैसे तो हम bang on time है, हमने 1.5 घंटा बोला था, हम almost bang on time चल रहे हैं. 4 takeaways. अपने व्यूका को फ्रेजाइल से एजाइल करिए, लीड को फॉलो करिए, अपने में ट्रस्ट और अपने ऊपर वाले में, अंदर वाले में फेथ जगाइए. जितना ज्यादा फेथ होगा उतना सेल्फ डाउट कम होता चला जाएगा. और लास्ट, जो नदीम के क्वेश्चन ने एक और अप्रोच हमें सिखा दिया, आर्म अप्रोच. अब आर्म सिर्फ आर्म नहीं रहेगा, अब वो अप्रोच में भी काम आएगा. So follow those 4 mantras and you will have a rocking life. ट्विटर से हम बहुत जल्दी सब क्लाइंबर जोन में चले जाएंगे, ऑलरेडी हम में से बहुत हैं, बट हम उसको हार्नेस कर पाएंगे. सो थैंक यू. विद ग्रैटिट्यूड आई go down to all of you for being here today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks, Sutan. Thanks for joining this program. Really appreciate your presence.
Thank you, sir.
See you.
Thanks, Manish sir. बहुत अच्छा रहा
Thank
आपका
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Amazing session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.